Have you ever been to an area that is so beautiful it should have been a national park? This is exactly how we feel about Sedona, Arizona. It is definitely a bucket list destination. We have been fortunate enough to visit Sedona every year for the last 4 years. And if you come to Sedona, Arizona, you've probably dispersed camped on Forest Road 525C. Well, when we heard that they would be doing an emergency closure of this dispersed camping area, we knew we had to come one last time. We are Dave, Carrie, and Rudel. In 2018, we set out to explore one adventure at a time. Join us as we continue our journey to find the best free camping.
This is great. I love it. This is Forest Road 525, and you can see it's a dirt gravelly mix, but there is a lot of rock in it. And that rock makes it a pretty rough ride, so you have to be able to endure a few miles of a bumpy, teeth-jarring ride, but then you get rewarded with it. So this is what the little roads off the 525 look like when you're looking for camping, and they're a little rough, especially in the first couple feet. So you have to take it nice and slow and then just follow down a little bit. What I suggest is you just park and then walk around till you find a place that's going to fit what you're looking for. Today, we are 8 miles outside of Sedona, Arizona, Forest Road 525. We have been here before, but this is by far the best camp spot that we have found in this area. And this is dispersed camping. And the reason why I say that this one is the best is because we are about 200 yards off the main road to get in, the 525, which is heavily traveled. So it's knocking up dust all day long, and the vehicles are just a constant flow, so a lot of road noise. So we're missing most of that, and we've got a fairly secluded place around here, but you know, there's a lot of campers out here, but we're tucked in the junipers. We got the bright red soil, and the views just about every different direction that we look. We've got a friend here today. Her name is Meg. She's joining us for a couple of days, and possibly another friend showing up later on this week. So it's pretty special to meet up with other people from all around the country right here in Sedona. And we're gonna do some exploring in the area, and that's one good thing about Sedona is no matter how many times you come here, there's always more to do.
And one for you. Okay, one more, okay? One more. Whoops. One more. That's it. Okay, all done.
today I am going to be hiking. Well, I got a friend with me. This is Meg. We met her in Lake Havasu, and she happened to be in Sedona the same time that we are. So Megs and I are going to attempt to hike to the Subway Cave. This has been on my list for many years, and I think the first time we were here we walked right by it and missed it. Now Dave and Rudel are not with us today. They both have a foot injury. Dave's got a splinter from walking around barefoot. Tip, don't walk barefoot in the desert. And Rudel has a little split in his paw from chasing the ball in the desert. So it's a girl's day out. We're gonna take our time and enjoy the beautiful scenery. All right, Megs, I can't wait for you to see this cave. I've seen pictures, but you have not. You are going to be in for a treat.
I can't wait.
It's like the best surprise when you don't see any pictures.
Yes.
Dave would not like this cave because we're going to be walking on the edge. And he was already a little leery about that. You know how he is with heights. And then Rudel adds an extra element of challenge. So we're going to take advantage and not do anything risky, but walk as far as we
So we have made the turn to the Subway Cave. We now have 0.4, just shy of half a mile to go. And we're thinking it's going to be up, up, and away. So what did you say about every elevation?
For every 300-foot elevation gain, it's like hiking an extra mile of energy. So
Okay.
you have to kind of take that into consideration when you're looking at a trail. How steep is it? And how much elevation gain do you go up? They said 700, so that's an extra 2.5 miles.
This is our last obstacle that we got to go up. We are all done with our hike to Subway Cave, and it was amazing. It's late in the day, and the fragrance of all the spring flowers is just awesome. So it's a 2.5-mile hike. The last half mile was pretty strenuous. And we did it. We did the ledge, we climbed up it, we slid down it, we did everything there was to do. Megs is an education specialist, specializing in science for 24 years.
24 years.
So this was like her dream hike. In fact, if any of her kids are watching, what would you say to them?
I'd say, you guys, if you're given the opportunity, take the risk and go for the knowledge and the experience that this has out in nature, that it's something you will always carry with you.
Take a calculated risk and then just enjoy the beauty. We had a great day. Granted, it took us way longer than it should have, but it's not about how fast you get there. It's about how much you enjoy the journey.
Yes.
All right, so we got to get back to the boys and the pups and get some dinner because I'm hungry.
I'm starving.
Me too.
So Meg ended up taking off. Our friend Meg took off this morning, and we had to also go into town and run some errands. And happy to say that our tent is still here. Our spot is still here. So that's good news. This is not quite so off the beaten path. We usually don't have to set up our tent or save our spot, but this area is busy.
And we have friends coming tomorrow. So normally we wouldn't save such a big spot for ourselves.
Yes. So we have a couple more friends coming, Joe and Amy. We're excited about them coming to join us. We haven't seen them since Florida?
2019.
2019 in Florida. So that'll be pretty cool. And there are a few hazards out here. So if you have a puppy that's not used to cactus, there's prickly pear and a couple other different kind of cactus out here as well. Rudel has learned what they are, so he stays plenty clear.
We spend the rest of the day relaxing, enjoying the desert blooms, and of course, playing ball with Rudel.
Rudel, the labradoodle. He's got a traveling van and a master plan. He'll show you it all if you throw him his ball. He's Rudel. He's Rudel.
Good to see you again.
Hi, Amy.
Oh my gosh.
It's been a while.
I think when we got on the dirt road, I started like, oh my god, I'm geeking out right now.
Hey guys, how are we doing? I'm Joe.
I'm Amy.
We're the Rolling
Rogans.
We travel in our ProMaster 2500. It's a 159 wheelbase, and
This is our custom build?
Yeah, this is our custom build.
She's got that cat attitude.
Riddle-diddle-doo. There's. So cute.
What you doing, Riddle?
What you looking at?
I don't see any dogs.
No. It's just cute. Rudolph's being so good.
Hi, good boy.
No, Rudolph. I'm sorry, buddy.
Have you ridden one yet?
No. That's,
you want to try?
I would still love to try it.
Alright.
It's classic van life
Oh yeah.
material there.
Little Rocky?
Still love it.
Yeah, we were gonna stop at Craft and Ride
Yeah, I wanted to
and hit his off-road wheel.
Oh, they
I love Rudolph following him.
They have an off-road wheel? That'd
Yeah.
be cool.
We invited Joe and Amy to Sedona. And this is what happens when you come to Sedona.
Oh, he moved my phone.
Oh, I feel bad. I feel bad. You got Sedona dust everywhere.
This is why we stay in cities.
On the first day too. That's pretty special.
You're really selling it for us.
You've got
here.
more dust in one day than we've gotten in a week here.
There you go. Hashtag one adventure at a time.
When the winds did not subside, we spent the rest of the day inside the van, sharing travel stories, our future plans, hopes, and dreams. It was so good to see you both again.
Sedona is one of those areas that if you have not been, you're going to want to come here for sure. It's got to be on the bucket list.
Yes.
And my favorite part are all the trails here. You cannot hit them all in one visit. You're going to have to make several trips here.
We've been here 4 years and we still haven't hit all the trails. And the sheer beauty of this area is just astounding.
I love the red dirt. I can't get enough of it.
It's Red Rock Country. Okay, so we are on the 525. Which is a very popular camping area. Every year we come, it gets more and more busy. It gets more crowded.
We're only 8 miles out of town, and we're right in the central location of a lot of the really big hikes, so this area gets crowded. It's one of those areas you do not want to come on a weekend. You want to come on the weekdays, and you want to come early just to find a place to camp.
Yeah. So right now, I would say in the 7 miles of the 525, there's between 50 and 100 camp spots.
I agree with that.
Easily.
Yeah.
Now, there is a rumor coming that the Forest Service is going to be doing emergency closure of this area. Now, we cannot get specifics. I'm sorry, we called the National Forest Service office. A woman who answered the phone did confirm that there will be an emergency closure and that they are going to make designated sites out here.
They're talking about going from like what it is now, maybe 150 sites down to 8 sites.
Yes, now she said 8, and I tried to clarify with her because in an article I read there's going to be 200 sites in the Coconino National Forest, but she told us that there's only going to be 8 designated camping sites
off the 525 Forest Service Road outside of Sedona. So that is a drastic change.
Yeah.
So they do not have a date on that. We don't know when it's going to happen. If you're watching this video a year from now, it may have already happened.
Or it could happen next week, next month, we don't know. And I'm really hoping that we misunderstood or she misunderstood what we were asking, because 8 spots is nothing.
Yeah.
That's pretty much closing the area. That's very disheartening.
Okay, for amenities out here, this is pretty much pack it in, pack it out. There's a fire ring, there's a little bit of cell reception. We are getting some T-Mobile, hit and miss on the Verizon.
So Verizon, we're getting 1 bar of LTE and it's not working super great. And it also depends on where you are out here, because like right now there's trees and a hill blocking us, but if we were up on that hill, I'm sure it'd be much better. Yep. With T-Mobile, we're getting 5G, 2 bars of 5G. It seems to be working much better. So it just depends on where you are.
So currently there are locations for any size rig. So it doesn't matter what you have, you can bring it in here, and if you come at the right time of day, week, you can find a spot to camp.
Like this spot behind us. So we arrived on a Friday, the gentleman that was in this spot left on a Sunday, and we traded up, and the views are spectacular. Yeah. And we're close to a great deal of hiking, so that's what's really nice about camping on the 525.
When you come out on the 525, you're going to notice the road is fairly rough and bumpy, and you're going to have to take it slow. If you come in from the Sedona side, it's about 3 miles of rough road. If you come in from the Cottonwood side, it could be, I think it's 6 or 7 miles.
Yes, yeah.
And for whatever reason, the GPS wants to take you in the long, hard way, when you can actually come in from Dry Creek Road right inside of Sedona.
Yeah. Now, this is an extremely popular area for ATVs, off-road vehicles, and the Pink Jeep Tour. So be conscious of those vehicles on the road, because it does get very busy. If you do come out here and the camping is still open, you'll want to try to pick a campsite off the road, yes, because otherwise everything will be covered in dust.
It took us years to learn that. So the spot that we are currently on is by far the best.
Okay, so let's get into some not so pleasant information about this area. When you come out here, you're going to need to do your trash compacting, whatever tricks you have to keep your trash to a minimum, because we called Sedona Chamber of Commerce and we called the Sedona Ranger District, and they confirmed there is no legal area in the city of Sedona for you to take your RV to get water, dump your tanks, or dump your trash.
Yes. So they actually suggested that you drive to Cottonwood and use the fairgrounds. There's an RV park at the fairgrounds and you can get water there, or go to Dead Horse Ranch State Park, which is 20 miles from here, where you can actually get water, dump your tanks, take showers, all that for the day use fee of $15. So I thought that was pretty cool.
We did call Dead Horse Ranch State Park and confirm with them. She said absolutely, you can come in, do all of those things, hopefully stay for the day, do some of the trails, and use their facilities.
Yep, she said it was all included.
Yeah. Now the fairgrounds in Cottonwood, it's $10 for water, whether you get 1 gallon or 100 gallons.
Yes.
And the trash looked like there was no trash there.
Yeah.
What did we miss?
So there is, when it's windy, there's signs up that say do not have a fire. So currently that's why we don't have a fire, but also certain times of year in the summer, there's going to be fire restrictions out. So just make sure you're checking that before you get your campfire going. And
of course, we always say check your weather. Sedona mud, okay, Arizona mud is terrible. Sedona mud is high up on the list. If a great deal of rain, you could very easily get stuck out here.
It's a nice, fine, powdery, sandy dirt, so when it gets wet, it gets slick.
Slick and muddy.
Yeah, so watch that weather, like Carrie said.
Dog friendly?
It's dog friendly. Now, this is the first place that Withoodle learned about cactus, because there are some prickly pear and other cactus here. and initially he stepped on everyone.
Yeah, and poked his nose in everyone.
Yes, but now he knows better. He sees a cactus and he'll stop right in his spot. So he has learned better.
He has.
But I can't think of any other dangers than that. But there is a lot of other people out here with dogs, so you're gonna have to keep your pet on a leash,
yes.
probably.
Yes, and yes. So if you come out here, or if you find out information, any more information than we have found out, please share it with us. Let us know how it goes. Again, we have no confirmed date when the emergency closure is.
Yeah, they actually said they didn't know when it's going to happen. They said it's going to happen, they just don't have a date yet.
I will link the article from the Red Rock News that I read. It stated end of March, early April. Now the Forest Service could not confirm that.
And it's pretty much come and gone already. So.
Yeah. So we hope that you get to come out here and enjoy the 525. This is our 4th year. We absolutely love it. It's a beautiful area, and I'm really hoping that it will be open for camping next year.
Yep. I would also suggest that you bring a garbage bag with you and just pick up what you can to try to keep it as clean as possible.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, while they're deciding what to do with the area.
Yeah. Maybe if enough of us call them and tell them how much we love it, maybe we can up that 8 camp spot.
That could happen, because that's a drastic move.
That is a drastic move, yes.
So we hope you get to come out here and camp for free and do the trails. Don't try to do all the trails at once, because you'll never get them all done. But this is a magical spot that I think should be high up on your list.
Absolutely.
All right, we appreciate you watching our videos, and we will see you next week. If you would like to support our channel, please consider becoming a patron, or check out our new merchandise at oneadvantureatatime.com. We also have stickers available in our website store. Thank you for watching.